Hello and welcome to the video. This is a quick video about a problem that I spent an entire afternoon trying to fix, and occasionally this happens even to someone like me that's been doing this pretty much on a daily basis for about the last 20 years. Now this is the new Recon 7 HD Pro. It is an absolutely beautiful piece of kit. I had the original Recon 7 in an analog configuration. This is the latest one that also includes the DJI 03A unit as well. Has kind of a similar layout, and these are fantastic if you want to run on 6S batteries and get larger, more Explorer style class frames out. Dave C, who works with HGLC to create these things, is a bit of a genius, and they are gorgeous. However, this one came with a Betaflight, and it didn't come with Betaflight 4.4. One of the cool things about these Recon 7s is they have a GPS stuck out the back. And that's really important, because if you have a really expensive model like this with an expensive GoPro and an expensive battery, you kind of don't want that disappearing out of your life, because by the time you've got everything on it, it's about £1,000 worth of flying equipment. So having the GPS return to home or GPS rescue that you can absolutely rely on is pretty critical. So I've been trying to flash this before I fly it to either Betaflight 4.4 or iNav 6.0, because it now came out last month, and been really having a tough time. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to kind of show what the final trick was after I tried everything else. Now I tried all the standard stuff. I plugged it into iNav configurator, tried to flash it. When it came up, or it should have come up and appeared as DFU, it didn't. So I thought, yeah, okay, that's fine. Came up with that weird Windows error where it says device not recognized, which is always a little bit worrying. Did things like delete drivers in device manager, did all kinds of things. Then tried Zadig. Zadig couldn't find the flight controller either. Then downloaded the Impulse RC driver. I couldn't find it either. So I then tried it with Betaflight. That wouldn't flash it either. So I then tried another USB cable, even though that USB cable that I tried worked beautifully actually looking at it, and that didn't make any difference. So I thought, well, maybe it's the computer. Maybe there's been a Windows update that's broken something. Happens occasionally. So I pulled out my little adapter, the SpeedyB adapter, plugged that into the side, and actually tried to flash it using the SpeedyB adapter with my phone. Wouldn't have that either. So at this point I'm really starting to scratch my head. So I decided I would bite the bullet and actually plug this quad into my big production rig, which is where I edit my videos, and that isn't used to do any of the radio control stuff in case anything goes wrong. Plugged it into there, tried it with iNav configurator, still no joy. Every time I plug it in, it's appearing as an unrecognized device. So I thought, okay, that's fine, let me get the screwdrivers out. So I took the thing apart and I unplugged things like the ESCs and the other pieces from the flight controller. There were some pieces on the top that were soldered, and tried again. No dice. There is a DFU button on the side, so it's on this particular flight controller. It's the HGLRC F722. A short press will put it into DFU mode. A long press will do something with the LEDs. So I tried long press, short press. I tried holding it for 3 seconds. No matter what I did, it just wouldn't work. In the end, I actually emailed HGLRC, and at the time of making this video, I haven't had to reply yet, but I'm sure I will in the fullness of time. So I kind of gave up. I kind of put it to one side and thought, okay, I've pretty much tried everything that I can think of at this point, after probably playing with it over 3 or 4 hours and keep going back to it, having another idea, having another go. And this morning I decided, you know what? I'm going to unhook everything off the flight controller. So it's a completely naked flight controller, because if I can't flash it, and there's nothing connected to it or powered, then I know that the flight controller is the problem, and then I can report that to HGLRC and try and get a replacement. So I undid the 2 power wires for the 2 remaining things that were soldered onto the top of the board. I just undid the plus 5 volt wires so that the things weren't powered and weren't sending signals into the flight controller, and it worked beautifully straight into DFU, and I could flash it and update it. So I'm making this video for those of you out there that struggle with this kind of stuff. I know people coming into the hobby who haven't done a lot of this. The whole idea of, the driver issues and DFU and all that stuff. I do have a video on Zadig. The Impulse RC driver fixer is amazing. I'll put a link down below to that. I would probably now use the Impulse RC driver fixer because I think it's a better tool than Zadig. There's less chance of you getting things wrong. However, whatever was going on with this flight controller was stopping it when it rebooted being seen and detected as a device in DFU or device firmware update mode until I unhooked those last two things. So if you're like me and you're trying to flash a quad or a plane or whatever it is with a flight controller in it, and whatever you do, changing computers, cables, devices, trying to use Zadig, deleting things out of Device Manager and trying to get the drivers to be refreshed, all that stuff doesn't work. The last thing to try is probably unhook the flight controller from everything else and give it a go. I've never had this happen to me before here, so the reason for the video is just to kind of share that bit of knowledge, and hopefully if you're stuck in this same situation, that for you is also going to be the answer. So fingers crossed it helps, but occasionally these things happen, and you never stop learning in this hobby. There's always something new and some little new trick to find out. Thank you for spending your time today watching that video. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you're trying to learn about a subject, then check out the playlist. All of my videos are organized into easy to follow playlists that if you're trying to learn a topic will take you from the basics right the way through to some pretty advanced stuff.